Fire, it destroys, it consumes, and yet it purifies. For centuries, fire has been used to refine raw materials, stripping away impurities to reveal their true value. But what if I told you this same fire is at work in your life? Not to destroy, but to transform, to shape you into something greater. God, the ultimate refiner, allows us to face trials, moments of pain, loss, and testing, not to punish us, but to mold us. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover the purpose of the refiner's fire and how it brings God's presence to life in the heart of a believer. Imagine a craftsman standing over a blazing furnace. In his hand is a piece of raw gold, marred by impurities. He places it into the fire, watching as the heat melts the metal. The impurities rise to the surface, and the craftsman carefully removes them again and again until the gold is pure. This process isn't quick. It takes time, precision, and an unyielding focus. God works in the same way with us. The trials we face, the heartbreaks, the setbacks, the moments of uncertainty are His fire. They burn away the things that don't belong, leaving behind a heart that reflects His image. In Malachi 3:3 we read, "He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver." God isn't distant during these moments. Like the craftsman, He is close, carefully watching over the process, ensuring the fire never burns hotter than we can bear. But why does God allow the fire in the first place? Why not shield us from pain? The answer lies in transformation. Without the fire, gold remains hidden beneath impurities. Without trials, we remain bound by pride, fear, and doubt. The fire reveals what's hidden, both the good and the bad. It's in these moments of testing that we see who we truly are and who God is. Romans 5:3-4 tells us that we also glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. The fire builds something within us that comfort never could. It shapes us into people who reflect God's strength, grace, and love. Think back to your own life. Was there a time when you walked through fire? Perhaps you're in it right now. You may not see the purpose yet, but remember this: the refiner never takes his eyes off the gold. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who prayed for patience. He asked God to make him a better person, to grow his faith. Soon after, his life began to fall apart. He lost his job, his relationships grew strained, and his health began to fail. Angry and confused, he cried out, "God, why are you doing this to me?" In the silence that followed, he began to notice something. Through the loss, he had learned to depend on God for provision. Through the strained relationships, he had discovered the power of forgiveness, and through his failing health, he had found a deeper gratitude for the gift of life. God answered his prayer, not by granting comfort, but by refining him through the fire. And in the end, the man realized he had gained far more than he had lost. This is the refiner's fire. It's not meant to destroy you, it's meant to reveal God's work within you. When the fire has done its work, what remains is something beautiful, a heart purified of selfishness, fear, and doubt, a faith that has been tested and proven genuine. James 1:2-4 reminds us, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." What the enemy intends for harm, God uses for good. Every trial, every tear, every struggle becomes a step toward becoming more like Christ. The fire doesn't just refine us, it reveals the presence of the refiner in our lives. Life's fire is inevitable. We all face moments where the heat feels unbearable, where we wonder if we can endure. But remember this, the fire is not the end. It's a beginning. God doesn't abandon us in the flames. He's right there, shaping us, refining us, and bringing out the gold within. Trust the process. Trust the refiner. And when the fire passes, you'll see the purpose. You'll see His image reflected in your life. Thank you for watching. If this message spoke to your heart, share it with someone who may be walking through the fire. Let them know they are not alone.